Welcome back to Sairam Educational Channel. In this video we will see some questions and answers from chemical kinetics lesson. The first question was given here. The first question is, you can see here, the thermal decomposition of HCOOH is a first order reaction with a rate constant of 2.4 into 10 power minus 3 second inverse. How long will it take for 3/4 of initial quantity of HCOOH to decompose? And they have given log 0.25 equal to minus 0.6021. So they have given a thermal decomposition of HCOOH. It is a first order reaction. And the rate constant was given K, and they told it is first order reaction. So we can know the rate constant equation for the first order reaction equal to K equal to 2.303 by T log R0 by R. This is initial concentration. It is the final concentration at a time T. Now consider initial concentration is R0. Then final concentration will be how much? They told, now they asked to find out the time for 3/4 of initial quantity to decompose. That is 3/4 of the initial quantity is decomposed. So final concentration will be, from the initial concentration you have to remove 3/4 of the initial concentration. So that much is decomposed. So once 3/4 gone, how much will be left over? 1/4 of R naught will be left over. So this is the now final concentration. Now you know the initial concentration, and 1/4 of the initial concentration is the only one left at the time T. So that is the time we need to find out. So that is the final concentration. So you substitute those values in this rate equation of the first order, where K equal to 2.303 by T log R0 by R, 2.303 by T log R naught by, this is R naught by 4. So T you can bring this side, and K can be here, 2.303 by K log 4. K you know the value was given here, 2.4 into 10 power minus 3 second inverse. So you substitute that, then log 4 equal to, log 0.25 was given minus 0.6021. 0.25 means it is 1 by 4 of log. 1 by 4 of log equal negative, then 4 log 4 will be the positive of this, you can simply take. So 0.6021. Otherwise, if you have logarithm table, we can use that. And then this is the value, we will get 5.77 into 10 power 2 seconds. So this much time it takes to finish 3/4 of the initial quantity as a thermal decomposition of formic acid. This is the question. Okay. It is a very simple question. We need to see that what they have given and what is the equation for that particular order of the reaction. Mostly they ask for first order reactions. So remember this particular equation. It is very useful. Second question, if you can see, for a reaction R tends to P, the variation in the concentration, that is natural logarithm R versus time plot, was given here. This is ln of R, concentration of R with logarithm, with time in the x-axis, and the line goes like this with a negative slope. It says negative slope. If it goes like this, positive slope. If the line goes from the origin, it is the y equal to mx. If the line goes somewhere, cuts here, intercept on y axis, then it is y equal to mx plus c form. This is general understanding. So now what they ask, predict the order of reaction. You see, simply they gave the plot and asking to find out what is the order of the reaction. Then what is the slope of this reaction, and what are the units of that particular rate constant. So first, better we need to find out whether it is first order or not. We will see. Let us consider this as a first order reaction. So you know first order reaction K equal to 1 over T ln R naught initial concentration by R, that is the final concentration. So K equal to 1 over T ln R naught minus ln R, correct? This is log A by B, log A minus log B. So next Kt equal to ln R naught minus ln R. Here you see which is the constant. R naught, initial concentration, is a constant one, it will not vary, is it not? So ln R naught is a constant, K is a constant for us here. No, we will find out particular reaction, that's what, at a particular temperature. Okay, so ln R is the variable, here it was given y, so it was taken y, so you consider this as y. So you take this to the left hand side, then ln y equal to ln R naught minus kt will go that side. So this now consider as y, x-axis what we should take, t, so you consider t as x, then y ln R is the y, so y equal to mx plus c, so m should be now minus k, because you can here also see the plot says it is a negative slope, so it is minus k, m is minus k, ln R naught is the c, that's the place where it intercept, this here to here, the intercept is ln R naught, because it is ln R, this much is my R naught, clear? So the intercept is R naught. Slope is dy by dx, the difference in y to the difference in x is dy by dx is the slope equal minus k. So it is exactly following this particular integral equation, correct? Particular logarithmic equation. So y equal to mx plus c form, and the plot also similar to this, that's why we can say it is a first order reaction. It is a first order reaction. Once it is a first order reaction and you know the slope is m is equivalent to minus k, slope here it is minus k, negative of the rate constant is the slope. Then units of first order reaction rate constant is second inverse, that we know generally. So unit of first order reaction rate constant is second inverse. Like this we can able to find out, these are the experimentally people can do and plot this, then we can able to find out what is the rate of the reaction. So this is the way this example can be solved, this particular problem. Now if you can see the next one, third one, a first order reaction is 20% completed in 5 minutes. Now they asked the time taken for 60% of the completion. Calculate the time taken for the reaction to be 60% complete. They have given for 20% complete, how much time it took? 5 minutes. Now we need to find out for the 60% complete, and they have given it is a first order. So you write the first order reaction rate constant first. What is the first order reaction rate constant? K equal to 2.303 by T time log of R naught by R, initial concentration by final concentration. Since it is percentage you have given, you consider R naught is 100. For example, it can be 100 moles per liter, whatever the units you can use. So R will be 100. If R is R, then how much will be the leftover? 20% complete. At the 20% it is completed, then the remaining concentration will be 80. So R, that is the concentration of the reactant at time t, will be 80. The time t is how much here? 5 minutes. So at 5 minutes, the leftover concentration of the reactant will be 80. Initial concentration is 100, because 20% it is completed. So you substitute these values here. K same 2.3, because first we need to get the K value, then only we can go for the 60% complete, because where you require time. So in the equation you have K and time. If you know one, another can be identified. So now you find out the K. K equal to 2.303 by 5 at 5 seconds, 5 minutes, whatever it given. The concentration is 80, 100 by 80. This is 1.25, log 1.25. So 2.303 by 5 log 1.25. Log 1.25 value you can find out from the logarithmic table, it will be 0.0969. So if you simplify this, then you will get 0.0446 minute inverse, that is the K. Units for first order is time inverse. So that is the K. Because since it is minutes, you are writing minutes. If you are converting into this seconds, you can put second inverse. Okay. Now once you know the K value, now you try to get for 60% complete, what is the time? Use the similar equation, K equal to 2.303 by T for 60% complete. You write T60 something for easy to identify. Then log, if it is 60% complete, what is the concentration left over at that time? 40 only. So initial concentration is 100, leftover concentration is 40. Then what will happen now? K, you know the value already given. here. So T60 you take first here, and K will be here 2.303 by 0.0446 log 2.5. Log 2.5 value you can find out from the logarithmic table, and it will be 0.3979. And remaining you can substitute as it is, then you will get 20.546 minutes. This is the way we can able to solve this particular problem. So for a reaction of first order reaction, for 20% complete it take 5 minutes. For 60% complete it is took around 20.546 minutes. Clear? Okay. If you have not understood, once again you go through the video in a slow motion, then you can able to find out understand the question and solve easily. Next one, you see, these are general question. The half-life for decay of 14C, that is radioactive carbon 14. Carbon 14 is radioactive, and its half-life period was 5730 years. It is fixed value of 5730 years. An archaeological artifact which was found by archaeological people, an archaeological artifact containing wood, it is having a wood, had only 80% of the 14C found in a living tree. In that wood, it is having 14C value around 80%. When you compare to the living tree, it will have right now 100% of 14C. Whatever it is, in that it is now having the artifact around 80% of the 14C. Now they are asking to find out the age of the sample. This is we generally call carbon dating. Generally remember all the disintegrations via radioactive elements, that is called radioactive decay. These radioactive decays are first order kinetics. They follow first order kinetics. For a first order reaction, you know the half-life period T half equal to 0.693 by K. For a first order reaction, the half-life is equivalent to 0.693 by K. Now you know the half-life value, years. Now you can substitute K equivalent to 0.693 by 5730 years inverse. Since it is years inverse, time inverse. Clear? Now what they asked to find what is the age. Age, that is the time. Correct? So in order to find out the time equal to the equation we know, the first order 2.303 by K log R naught by R. The previously we used similar equation. Now the initial concentration you consider as 100. What is the final concentration? 80% of the carbon 14 was found. That is the leftover in that material. That means R equal to 18 but not 20. Remember, it is not consumed 80. The leftover of 14C is 18. 80%. So R will be 80, R naught will be 100. You substitute 100 and 80, and this is 2.303. K value is the same, 0.693 by 5730. Then you can solve easily this. And 100 by 80 equal to 1.25. Log 1.25 value is 0.0969. And if you substitute and simplify this, then you will get 1845.37 years. That many years that artifact is the age of 1845.37 years. So this is the carbon dating. By this way we can able to find out the age of stones, rocks and any old things by using this carbon dating. This is a problem based on carbon dating. Okay, I hope you understood this particular question and solutions video. If you have not, you go through once again. So until you understand, you go through. If you have still doubts or clarification, please post in the comments box. Thank you. See you in the next video.